Hello, welcome to week 23 of a beginner yogi learning yoga through different resources on YouTube. Today we're going to do a flow with Move with Shoneka. I don't know if I pronounced her name right or their name right, but the title of the flow is If You're Exhausted but Can't Rest, Do This. And in today's world, it really feels that way. If you don't commit to a practice of some sort, whether that's running or breathing or playing with your cats or whatever it is, just 20 minutes of mindfulness away from screens, away from input, you're never resting, and it's leading to this, what I feel is like this global burnout, and global unhappiness and global fear and stress. And we're all playing a role in it in some way, and all, victims to it and many others, and just trying to hold that is a lot. And so this is week 23 for me of my yoga journey. I broke my hand recently, and so I can't do a lot of weight bearing things, which is really a bummer, because before that I feel like I was actually gaining strength and getting somewhere. But today we'll do this flow, maybe next week we'll do this flow as well, and I'll keep practicing it throughout the week. But yeah, we'll get it going, and thanks for being here, and thanks for watching.
Oh yeah, and I'll be reacting during it instead of after the fact. So this is the first time I'm doing a weight bearing, just even cat-cow. So we're doing alternating sides, cat-cows. I heard my back crack like a Breathe in a position where your lungs expand. Breathe out in a position where your lungs contract. Oh, my lower back is very, very tight and crunchy right in the, I forget what it's called, the coccyx or something. Exhale, let the lungs collapse. Inhale, let the lungs expand. Exhale, let the lungs collapse. Come to center, neutral spine, neutral tabletop. Okay, just doing a little back stretch. Oh, feel that. If we sway to the left and the right, I can feel it in my hips for sure. It's always hard to do a flow for the first time. I never know what's coming. I'm sweating though. It's been a really warm summer already. Warm and then not warm, and warm and then not warm. I guess it depends on where you are in the world, but where we're at. Right knee to the center. Okay. Oh, the hamstrings, man. I don't know about you, but my leg, my feet, and my heels and my ankles store a lot of my stress. So do hips and shoulders, but we're coming down to our forearms. I feel it right here. But yeah, I store my stress in my feet and my ankles, so I sleep with my feet like this, like they're never relaxed. So when I roll it out, it's just like you hear it cracking up and down. And yeah, I do get like ankle sore and arthritis-y feelings. Okay, wide-legged child's pose. Oh, palms up, okay. I feel like palms up is different. Child's pose is a great, like when in doubt, go into child's pose. don't know what to do with this microphone. I'm sorry, this is probably sounding so shitty. Not very mindful, let me tell you. Okay, bringing me super wide. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is right. So tight in there. Exhale, drop your right. Exhale. Oh. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. That is the hips and shoulders. And when you twist over your body, I feel like you always want to make sure your body is angled squared outward. It's really easy to like try to crunch in, but you want to keep that arm kind of like in a straight plane with your head instead of curving inward. This is a little nuts. So I feel so stale. Forearms. Okay. I'm not even sure I can hold this boat. Oh my gosh. I guess this is called a frog pose, and I feel like a frog. I'm resting my body down. My hips are already going through it. But it seems like you're kind of supposed to stay on your forearms. Okay, we're walking our forearms towards the... and reaching with our left. Can't even twist my ankles so that they're on the ground flat when they're outward like this. Okay, we'll try to do the forearms. I wasn't feeling much there. So a lot of my weight is on my left arm. My left elbow. It feels nice to just sink your hips, though. It does. Your body's got your back. Even when you feel like it's fighting you. I feel like with chronic illness, I always feel like my body's against me, but a lot of the time it's working its damnedest to keep me alive, keep me functional. I don't know. I'm definitely not doing this position right. I don't know. Cat cow within a frog. Hey, I'm really weight bearing on my left hand. That's awesome. I thought it was going to hurt a lot more. Oh my god, this hurts my knees a lot. Oh. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Oh. It feels very awkward, but it feels good on my hips. That is for sure true. I don't know what we're doing now. Okay, it's somewhat of a puppy pose. My heart rate is up, even if I wasn't doing much strenuousness. Okay. Right pinky, right foot outside the right of my right pinky. Squaring the hands. Oh my gosh. Squeeze your knee. Oh. I do think hanging out in this position is really good on my outer and inner hip flexors. This feels great. I need to read some studies or ever sometimes present on them, on how trauma and stress is actually, memories are stored in the hips. I don't quite understand like where the nerves are connected from, you know, the experiential, like the conscious experiential part of your body versus the kind of unconscious parasympathetic, sympathetic parts of your body that just like remember things for you while you consciously forget. This is hard to do. This is hard to talk and flow to a new flow. Now we're doing pigeon pose. Okay, so yeah, so you see how, I don't know if you can see it from this, but my, yeah, like how my shin, it goes under my body. It should be creating a 90-degree angle this way, but when I can't like sit up on it, there's no flexibility there. It has to go under if I want to sit right in pigeon pose. That's so bring your hands to your hips. Nope, not today. Dropping the right, oh yeah, drop the right hip to the floor. I was already there. Come back up. It is so freaking tight right here. Frick. Dude, when you break something or your body becomes disabled and it stops you from doing your flows and your practices, it really stinks. It really stinks. Okay, we're folding down into this pigeon pose. I feel like I'm like so behind, or I'm never gonna get back to where I was, and I have to, it's like, what the heck, man? I'm so hard on myself, step one, but also like, I'm just rambling at this point, but this pigeon feels good. This is I think pigeon is usually like up, like my hip bone isn't usually on the ground when I'm down, but for this one, the instructor is telling us to have our hip on the ground, which is nice. I guess I'm feeling totally overwhelmed even by the thought of doing a teacher certification at this point. Just feel behind. Swing the left leg forward. I'm not sure how she just transitioned into that. It's like a mini wild thing. Okay, repeating that flow on the other side. Okay, left foot on outside of left pinky hand. Okay, squeezing my knee into my left shoulder. Finding some stability here, really grounding my foot into the ground. My left foot, but I should also be grounding my right foot because the feet, I forget when you're on all fours, it's really easy to focus on arms, but distribute the strength amongst all four limbs when you can. I am so freaking stiff. I'm glad we're doing it. I'm gonna give my body some grace. Okay, we're gonna tilt this left leg to the side. It's crazy. Okay, now we're doing upward pigeon pose, sitting upright. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yep, right on this outer hip flexor is really, really tight. I'm sitting on it. I feel the stretch instantly. I'm not even going down. I'm not even rolling over. I'm not even bouncing back. The instructor is explaining, like, put some strength into your left shin. So, like, I'm kind of like pushing and lifting myself up above ground. And that's hard. I feel like that's a workout in itself. Like, lifting up the whole half of my body while also stretching. Okay. Dropping left hip to the floor. Back up. Okay. Back down. Back up. Down. Oh, yeah. Back up. Okay, now we're down. We're doing pigeon. Yeah, usually I think I'm upright for pigeon, but now this instructor recommends doing it this way. Which is a little bit more relaxing, I feel, of a pose. I'm not worried about balance at all. It's good for me to like talk through while moving, because I think that's what a lot of yoga teachers do. Just feeling very discouraged right now, but I know thoughts and anxiety can be passing. Okay, swing the right leg. Okay, mini wild thing. Oh, I don't know if I'm doing this part right. I don't know. Okay, now we're lying down. It's always nice when you do your first lying down pose. Practice is starting to wind down. Nice active arms. Okay, supine twists, or windshield wipers, I suppose. That's what's really going on here. Sending the legs down the length of the mat. Oh, I see. Keeping the legs open and letting the knees knock in. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, honoring both parts equally. My breath is, I don't know, I'm so sure many people are going through some sort of generalized anxiety at this time, but I feel like when I try to breathe in deep, there's a restriction when I get to the top, and maybe that's normal, and I don't remember what it's like not to have that, but you know, the chest tightness is a big anxiety thing. Not really a smoker or anything, so listening to breath capacity. I know after a lot of people had COVID and long COVID, people thought they had a shortness of breath or reduced lung capacity, but what actually happened was the nerves that line the lungs were not connecting to the brain right. So what was the lungs were taking in enough oxygen, but the brain wasn't perceiving it as enough, or you weren't experiencing it enough in your conscious brain. So it could also be part of it. It's not damage, it's just disconnection. Okay, extending legs down, wiggling out the toes, rotating the ankles, wrists. Full body stretch, which we should all be doing in bed when we wake up, before we go to sleep. Exhale on the way down. Okay, so cradling on one side. Oh, I guess that was Shavasana. Quick one. close. Final shoulder roll. Okay, this instructor gives a blessing at the end of their practice, which is so nice. The blessing is really about like sharing whatever warmth you're able to receive for yourself and putting it out there for others. All right, namaste. I definitely think making this kind of content is harder. It's harder to be present in the practice. Maybe I should go back to recording and then reacting after. But this does challenge me in the way it would challenge a teacher. This flow was lovely. I think I'm definitely going to do it throughout the week because I don't know what frog pose is, and I definitely don't think I was doing it correctly, which is great because I'm learning. You know, lovely. Thanks for watching if you're here. I definitely rambled a bunch, but I think that's part of like the meditation, the meditative properties of yoga is the free association and letting thoughts come and go and not ruminating and moving through them and processing them through, you know, stretching and breathing into those stretches and just letting your mind freaking be, which is so hard, which was nice. And that was the whole point of this flow from the instructor. So, all right, well, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for being here.